Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Tita Riyadi. I am the third presenter. Here I would like to explain the continuity, the previous explanation, which is a sample material of a material design model. And the next is language focus. First things first, I will review what language focus is. Language focus has aimed to enable learners to use language, but here the teachers do not need to give learners tasks and activities for which they do not have enough necessary. The teacher should give tasks and activities that related to their needs. Good materials should involve both opportunities for analysis and synthesis. So, what is analysis and what is synthesis? Analysis is an activity that contains a number of activities such as parsing, differentiating, sorting something to be classified and regrouped according to certain criteria, then looking for the connection and interpreting its meaning. And synthesis is the process that combines parts or elements logically so that they are transformed into a structured pattern or a new pattern. And now let's continue the previous explanation. In the point 7, in language focus section describes a system. Here is given an exercise in which there is a language needed for the task according to the input given. The language or vocabulary is adjusted according to the teaching material. In this section, it's possible to pay attention to aspects of sentence structure, function of text, or text construction. And from the example shown here, we can see that the input given is in the form of pictures of the rain process. As explained by the previous presenter, input can be in the form of text, dialogue, picture, and etc. And then underneath, there is a step that in the form of points, which explains the rain process. Then underneath, it is given the task of making explanations in the form of paragraphs of the points. This is in accordance with the purpose of language focus, namely enable learners to use language. Learners have the chance to take the language to pieces and study how it works and practice putting it back together again. And then in point 8, explain that this language focus will help teachers know the limitations of the learner. The limitation that might be experienced are, as I mentioned earlier, from the use of sentence structures, function of text, or text construction. And in point 9, from the input given, learners need practice in organizing information. As in the previous example, was a picture of the process of rain, where from the pictures given, it is hoped that the learners can organize information. And in point 10, earlier work is recycled through another activity. This time, the focus is more on the language form than the meaning. What does it mean? For this point, we can see from the previous example. First of all, the rain process is explained through bullet points. Now, the learners have to make a process which originally took the form of points into paragraphs. This is what is meant by work that can be recycled through other activities. And in point 11, language work can also involve problem solving with learners using their powers of observation and analysis. An example can be seen here. This is a system of water flow. Here, the learner observes and analyzes how the system works, and the results of observations and analysis are expressed or explained through descriptions. And the last is task. How the task held in class. In point 12, there is a gradual movement within the unit from a guided to more open-ended work. This breaks down the learning task and gives learners greater confidence for approaching the task. And in point 13, the unusual type of input gives the opportunity for some more imaginative language work. In the point 14, here the learners have to create their own solution to a communication problem, which it can be done by group discussion. And in the point 15, the task must provide clear objectives so that the syllabus that has been prepared can be carried out properly. The example of this task includes what I mentioned earlier from points 12 to 15, where this task learners are given the opportunity to observe and analyze assigned tasks through grouping, visiting other groups, and giving a commentary to improve communication problems. Okay, that's the explanation of language focus. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.